Good morning, everyone. Hump Day reading for the week of August 29th. Holy cow, where'd the month go? Back from a little hiatus. It's been really, really intense. Energies and full moons and retrogrades and all that good stuff. So I hope everyone's doing good. Just a refresher, the Hump Day reading takes us from Wednesday to Wednesday, and it's additional support of animal medicines that may offer us some further lessons, learning, and growth and insight. So our first card is the Swan. And Swan is a water card in the earth position. So it's grounding into our emotions and really settling in with grace, with a gentleness. And Swan offers us the ability to do all of that. The Swan also is a life partner animal. They mate for life, and it's actually quite tragic when one of them dies, because then the swan is by themselves and they actually go through mourning process and all of that. So that's where we're starting our hump day, is really kind of settling into our emotions, exploring that, but remaining graceful and finding our inner beauty. And so in the spirit position, there's that darn panther. I think we've really had that panther for several readings. It's in the spirit position. It is a fire card, and the panther medicine truly is a transformative, very powerful, very empowering medicine. It is all about the purge. So I feel like we have a need to kind of ground in and stabilize our emotions, because spiritually things are really shifting. We're finding perhaps that we have to up our game on rituals, ceremony, just everyday, no real thought about routines that we do for ourselves on a spiritual level. There's a real purge that is needed to allow in the rebirth of bigger, maybe not, I don't want to say better, but more efficient and proficient and appropriate for these times. These are some really intense times energetically. I am likening it to, if we could all think back to like the 2011 and 12 whole explosion of consciousness that happened. I feel like we're in that similar shift into expansion. So here we have the stingray. It is in the fire position. So interesting, because we're really dancing with the elements here. We do have a parallel balance of emotions going on. Thank goodness, because everything else is really kind of challenging. A lot of physical and spiritual growth happening, I feel. So emotionally, we're pretty stable. Fire, so this is like our passion and our desires. Stingray is imbalanced. So we are feeling the Kundalini energies kind of rushing through us and bringing us into a full potential of who we are and what our mission is and what that entails. Stingray is, again, you have double grace here too. This is a very graceful bird who basically is on top of water, on top of our emotions. And you have the stingray that is a deeper water traveler. Very graceful. Both have beautiful, magnificent wings. The stingray does have the ability to be a little tenacious if needed, but it really doesn't want to be. It's not what it's looking to be in the experience. And I don't feel like you notice that in balance, this tail is kind of tucked in position. It's not, you know, ready for any kind of action. You notice too that the chakras are all lit up on this card. So that tells us that the potential for our emotions to be in full balance and in alignment with understanding exactly what we are experiencing on other levels, spiritual and physical. So let's go into the physical aspect, the thought, the air of what we're experiencing. That's Lamb. It is inverted. No surprise to me, because I feel like, you know, emotionally we're very aware of what is happening to our physical challenges and even our spiritual challenges. And remember, challenges are opportunity for potential growth, lessons, learning, insight, and so forth. Now the Lamb, in balance, it is an earth card. So there's a need to bring this into balance and be grounded in and clear in our thoughts and our communication. But we're finding a little bit of a struggle there. Again, with these cards, nothing is huge. It's easy to work with the imbalance of a medicine and bring it back into balance so that we can continue on our journey. The Lamb is a very prophetic, insightful medicine. It is very gentle. It is very calm. So we're not feeling, our thoughts might be a little racy, a little all over the place. And that goes along with, of course, all communication on all levels. It's a little bit out of balance. We have a lot coming in, a lot that we're receiving. So we're feeling a little bit frazzled. The fact that it is a prophetic, visionary medicine means that the speed at which we are receiving may warp and cause us to feel out of balance. It is, if you look at Lamb, I always look at the physical attributes of the animal. The lamb's ears are very directional in this card. It is the middle plane. It is the earthly, dense plane. So this has a lot to do with if you are an earth empath, this may be significant for you. Take some time, some calm, peaceful, meditative type of time to bring yourself back into balance so that what you are receiving prophetically and in vision can clear up for you so that you don't sound like a bumbling idiot trying to express what is happening. It's not that you're inaccurate, it's just that it's coming in so fast that it's throwing you off of balance, which is throwing off your ability to communicate clearly and have clear thoughts. And no surprise again, so thoughts, communication are out of balance, and also our emotions as a result kind of come in out of balance too. Which is interesting because this is in balance, but the actual aspects of thoughts, communication, and emotions are out of balance. So obviously these are the two areas that we need to work on to bring back into balance, to receive and feel efficiently. Crocodile medicine is all about patience. It's all about, it's interesting because they're on top of the water and they have an ability to be on the water also and kind of float, but they also dive. They also hang out at the bottom of the water. They have keen insight, so it's in alignment with this. We are receiving, communicating on a prophetic, visionary level. Crocodile is very insightful, a deep, deep, ancient wisdom that is available that we need to bring into balance. It's in the emotion side. So I think the tie-in here is what we're receiving on such a fast level is throwing off our emotions. Makes perfect sense. Makes complete sense, actually. So this is all about being patient with yourselves, maybe changing up, I mentioned before, changing up what we used to do for ourselves spiritually, in our practices, and even in our everyday life, as far as being clear and effective conduits. So again, it's parallel. I think you can achieve and bring these both into balance by doing the same action. You must, of course, in your action of bringing this into balance, you must intentionalize to manifest bringing both your communication and your emotions into balance together. And once you do that through meditation, still time, contemplation, just kind of a breath work is probably really, really important with this because of the speed at which we're receiving. So once we do that, then these become in balance. I'm just going to put them like that. For some reason, I'm being guided to do that, and to make it significant. And I'm not even sure that it's in the camera. So the fifth card, I feel like we need like a end to the week, and it's very beautiful. It's the otter. Otter is a water sign, so this is bringing this all back into balance for ourselves in a very nurturing and loving way. Otter represents the feminine divine energies. They are all about the joy and flow that feminine divinity offers, along with the wisdoms and the knowing. They are very much the nurturer. They are very family oriented. So this is going to solidify. If we bring these two into balance, then this is the end result of this whole journey this week. It's pretty, there's a lot of gentleness, and I think the bottom line message is be kind to yourself in this process. I'm surprised that deer medicine didn't kind of pop up with this, but that's the undercurrent of it. We have to be gentle with ourselves in order to get through this whole process here. Spirit, very, very willing to go through the process of purging. Listen and expand in what you are doing for yourself, in your rituals and ceremonies, and you will find yourself in balance, peaceful, and fully nurtured. Remember, the animals offer this as insight and support. It's up to you to bring it into fruition and learn and work through the potentials of what they offer. So with that, have a great week, rest of the week, and peace in, peace out.